didn't write these cards. I didn't write these cards. Some people think I do. I learned the word apotheosis from reading the play The Balcony by Jean Genet. It takes place in a bordello, and I found it engaging. And then, you know, you can see photos of the off-Broadway production, which featured a young Nancy Marchand, who ended up being the mother on The Sopranos. That, I think, was her most famous role. She did a lot of stuff on and off Broadway. She had bit parts in films. She's in the original Naked Gun movie as the mayor. She tells Leslie Nielsen, you know, we don't want to have an incident like the one we did in the park last year. And he said, look, when I see a bunch of men in robes stabbing a man in broad daylight, I shoot first and ask questions later. That was a Shakespeare in the Park production of Julius Caesar, you moron! You killed 5 actors. Good ones! That's Nancy Marchand. Before she did that, she was in this weird, creepy play. And in the stage direction, it talks about how one of the characters, because they're all playing characters that they aren't because it's role-playing, so they go to the bordello to be a bishop or to be the president or to be the general in the army, but they aren't these things. One of the characters castrates himself, and that is his apotheosis. And so I looked the word up. Why did I look the word up? Because I used to do this a lot. Also because it was for the professor with whom I had misused the word tertiary. I also misused the word catatonic with her. So I had 2, count them, 2 strikes. I wasn't going to go for a third one. That would be like a redo. I'm not going to do that. So I looked up the word and then used it in my paper for her. Apotheosis, used it appropriately, have been using it ever since. But in this paper, for this professor, who really does, if you want to know what she sounded like, watch the show Mother. Allison Janney does a perfect... The way Allison Janney talks now, not so much as CJ, but as older Allison Janney. Not press secretary who had to think on her feet, but the one who can just land these lines. That's what this professor sounded and talked like. I managed in this paper to misuse the word effusive. And she, if you misused a word, would circle it with her black pen. I can't remember the name of this pen. It was before the Uniball came out. People loved them. I loved them because, you know, they had power in them. And she would do a little squiggly question mark next to it if you misused a word, which I did. I misused the word effusive. I did, and I wish I could tell you that was my apotheosis. It wasn't. I just kept misusing words. But I didn't misuse apotheosis, in that paper at least.